Hi there, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Vidhi, and I like talking about all things beauty. So, today I'm going to be walking you through some of my skincare products that I've been enjoying lately that have been helping me with having healthy, glowy skin, which I guess is always the goal, right? So, yeah, let's get right into it. But I guess before I get in, let me just tell you a little bit more about my skin type. So I have oily combination skin, and I do have the occasional dry patches because I am a retinoid user. I can have dehydrated skin, but typically, at least my T zone and my forehead tends to be quite oily. So, with that, let's actually get into the products that I have today. Let's start with cleansers. The two cleansers that I've been using lately. One is a first cleanse or an oil cleanse, and the second one is a cream based cleanser. So, the first one is the Glow Recipe Papaya Sorbet Enzyme Cleansing Balm. This is quite a nice cleansing balm. It spreads very easily, it removes all my makeup, it comes off without a residue, and that's very important to me. I hate a residue. So, it's been a really enjoyable product to use. I wouldn't say that this provides any kind of exfoliation because sometimes having the word enzyme in there can be a little bit misleading. So, I don't think this provides any kind of exfoliation. It's just a normal cleansing balm that gets rid of all your makeup, and it does that quite well. So, definitely a good product. Something that really surprised me about this was that how long it's lasted. I have been using this for a good 4 months now, I would say, and I'd say I still have one third of it left. So, a good value for money, I would say. And yeah, I would recommend this if you're in the market for a new cleansing balm. It also smells nice, so that's definitely a bonus. The cream cleanser that I have is the Jordan Samuels Skin Matinee Cream Cleanser. Now, if you've been following me on Instagram, you know my love for Jordan Samuels skin products. They are hands down my favorite brand, and I could definitely build an entire skincare routine just made of Jordan Samuel skin products. That's how much I love their products. The Matinee Gel Cleanser is my all time favorite cleanser. I think it's been my favorite cleanser 4 years in a row at this point. But, anyways, coming back to the Matinee Cream Cleanser. This is another great cleanser from Jordan Samuel Skin. Absolutely no complaints here. If you find that the Matinee Gel Cleanser is a little bit too much for you, maybe you have dry skin and unlike me, I actually enjoy salicylic acid in my cleansers. Maybe you don't. So the Matinee Gel Cleanser does have salicylic acid. This one does not. So it's a little different. It still cleanses your skin, but not the way salicylic acid does. So if you have dry skin, maybe you'll enjoy this a little bit better. I definitely enjoy this cleanser as well. I find that it cleanses my skin without stripping it, so that's great. I use this both in the morning and at night. It's a great cleanser, but unfortunately, it's not the Matinee Gel Cleanser. I just enjoy that cleanser a little bit more. I think I enjoy that touch of salicylic acid. So I will be using this up and I will enjoy this while I am using it up. But once I'm done, I think I'll be moving back to the Matinee Gel Cleanser. Next, let's move into mists and toners, maybe. So next I have another Jordan Samuel skin product. So I will prove to you through this video how much I love Jordan Samuel skin. But anyways, this is Jordan Samuel Skin Hydrate the Mist. For me, mists are an absolutely essential part of my skincare routine, and I feel that it's a fairly underrated step. I absolutely love using mists right after I have washed my face. So right after I washed my face, I will towel off the little bit of water and then immediately after go in with a mist. More often than not, I'm not going it with any skincare immediately after I have washed my skin, and there is usually a bit of a gap between the two. And that's where I find that if I've put a mist on, my skin still stays comfortable and doesn't feel like it's dehydrated or it's dry in any way. And that's the reason why I enjoy mist so much. Another reason I enjoy mists is that if you have dehydrated skin like I do, mists are a great way to go in between your skincare to actually amp up the hydration. So, for example, I'll start my skincare routine with a mist, then I'll go in with a serum, then I'll go in again with a mist, then I'll add in a moisturizer and then sunscreen and so on. So, having a few layers of the mist can actually amp up the hydration, and I find that this one is definitely one of my favorites. I think this is my third or fourth bottle. It's lightweight, it's thin, it's not sticky in any way, it hydrates the skin just enough. It smells of cucumbers, so I quite enjoy that. It's quite nice and fresh. The only complaint I really have about this is that the mister, it can be a little bit aggressive. So I find that it sprays in spots rather than providing me with an even mist. But I feel like that's a small compromise for a product that I enjoy so much. Another hydrating product that I really enjoy is the Hada Labo Premium Gokyunjin lotion. Sometimes, especially in the summertime, I will only use this under my makeup, and that's it. I won't even use a moisturizer, and I find that this is sufficient. Um, if you have dehydrated skin, I would highly recommend that you try it out. It plumps up my skin, it makes it look nice and healthy, and yeah, I absolutely love it. If there's one K beauty product that you must, I guess this is J beauty, not K beauty. So if there's one J beauty product that you must try, definitely this is the one for you. Oh, and bonus, it takes absolute eons to go through this. Again, I've been using this for about 4 or 5 months at this point, and I'm not even halfway there. So, yeah, this will last you at least a good 6 to 8 months, and it's not even that expensive. So, totally worth it. Then I have a exfoliating product. This is the gentle resurfacing liquid from Deviant Skincare. Deviant Skincare is a small beauty brand from the UK that has a small selection of products, but really good quality products. I have this and I have the cleansing balm from them. The cleansing balm I'm yet to use, but I started using this about 3 months ago and I've been quite impressed. This has lactic acid, mandelic acid, salicylic acid that exfoliate the skin. I wouldn't say that this is quite a beginner friendly product. I would say this is a little bit of an advanced product because when I put it on my skin initially, I did find that it stings a little bit, and my skin is a little bit extra sensitive to exfoliating products, so maybe that's something to consider. But definitely this is quite an effective and I would say intermediate exfoliating product. I find that using this, my skin the next day is just much smoother and looks nice and refined. So I've been really enjoying incorporating this into my skincare. I use this maybe once or twice a week in rotation with a retinol so as to not overdo it and cause a problem for my skin barrier. If you're looking for something that exfoliates and you're ready to sort of move up the ladder from a beginner product, maybe give this a go. It's quite nice and I have been enjoying using this. Another good part is the packaging. It's a glass bottle, and yes, it can be a bit tricky in the bathroom, I agree, but it does feel quite luxurious. So, yeah, maybe if that's something that is a consideration for you. So, next up, I have serums. Now, serums are really where all of my hard hitting products are. This is where I actually come in with products that will address some of the concerns that I may have. So, for example, well aging is one of my concerns. Hyperpigmentation can sometimes be a concern depending on the time of year. I don't have too much hyperpigmentation, luckily, but sometimes sun damage from my teenage years tends to show up a little bit more prominently on my skin, and so that's another concern that I have. So, first, I have two Regimen Lab skincare products. Now, Regimen Lab is a Canadian skincare brand. They only have 5 or 6 products in their lineup, so a fairly curated brand, I would say, but really good products, in my opinion. My favorite product from them is the Vitamin X serum. This is an antioxidant serum. I believe this has 15% ascorbic acid, and a number of other antioxidant ingredients. And I definitely find that when I'm using this, my skin looks happier, it looks healthier, and it just looks a lot more brighter. That's the reason why I reach for this more often. What I like is that this is effective, yet it's not too expensive. And another thing is that it doesn't make my skin oily like some other vitamin C products tend to do. So yeah, I definitely enjoy this. Another product I have from Regimen Lab is the Level Serum. The Level Serum is more geared towards hyperpigmentation, and like I was mentioning, I do use hyperpigmentation products occasionally through the year. This time of the year happens to be one time that I am using a hyperpigmentation product because I feel like there's some spots here that I would like to fade out. The Level Serum, it has tranexamic acid, it has niacinamide, and a couple other ingredients that can really help with hyperpigmentation. I've been using this for a few months now, but it's really hard for me to tell whether this is actually making a difference because that is the nature of hyperpigmentation. It just takes time to fade. So I want to use this for a little bit longer before I actually tell you how it's working. So I'll probably go through this bottle and maybe purchase another one to be consistent and then report back about whether this has made a substantial difference in my skin. But in terms of the texture, it's a lovely serum. Again, similar to the vitamin X, it doesn't really add to any oiliness on my skin. And so I quite enjoy layering this on during my skincare routine. Next, I have the Blythe or Bleath skincare pressed serum. This is the Tundra Shaga serum for ultimate nutrition and firming. The brand sent this to me in PR for me to try it out. And what I've been really enjoying about this is the texture. So let me show you. So if you can see, it looks like a cream, but then when you dig into it, actually, it turns out it's not quite a cream. It's more like a jelly. And I've just really been enjoying the texture. So while it does have, I would say, the moisture of a lightweight cream, it just sinks into my skin like a gel and it feels super, super hydrating. And that's why I've really been enjoying it and been reaching for it. Now, whether or not it actually has an impact in terms of firming, that's something only time will tell. But what I have been enjoying is the balance of hydration and moisture that it provides. Then I have the Paula's Choice 1% clinical retinol treatment. I recently did a full review of this over on my Instagram page. This is a hard hitting retinol product. If you're looking for an OTC retinol that actually makes a difference, this is the one for you. But be careful, this is not for beginners. I wrecked my skin barrier using this too much too quickly. So, fair warning, go slow with this one. But in terms of the outcomes that I've seen, I definitely find that my skin definitely looks happier, it looks healthier, and just much brighter ever since I've started to use this. If you've ever used a retinoid before, you know what I mean when I say that this truly gives you a retinoid glow. For now, I've been using this about 2 times a week for 4 months, and it's been just enough for me. Next up, I have two moisturizers that I've been really enjoying. First, again, is the Jordan Samuels Skin Moisture Recovery Cream. I told you I would convince you that I'm a big Jordan Samuels Skin fan through this video. This is a testament to that. I only recently started using this moisture recovery cream, maybe 2 months ago, or maybe just a month ago, I would say actually. This is actually a much heavier cream than the Performance Gel Cream. So they have two moisturizers in their collection. There's the Performance Gel Cream and then there's this Moisture Recovery Cream. The Performance Cream, while it's definitely good enough, even if you have dry skin, if you just put 3 layers of the Performance Cream, you're still good to go. You can build up that cream to the level of moisture that you want. The Moisture Recovery Cream is truly the one that's geared towards more dry skin types. And I have really been enjoying this cream through the winter. It's a nice, thick, heavy moisturizer that, again, I would say is like a hug for your skin. I always say this for the Dr. Jart ceramidin cream, but now I will also say it for this. It's uber moisturizing, and the best part, it's not sticky, and I absolutely love that. It spreads easily, it doesn't feel too heavy on my skin, yet it provides the level of moisture required for the dry skin months. I think if you have dry skin, you would really enjoy this cream. A quick comment about the packaging. You can see that the packaging is starting to wear off on this one, but the brand reached out to me to let me know that they've already changed the packaging to address it. So, yeah, I don't think that should be a concern for you if you do end up getting a new version of this. Then I have a cult favorite. It's the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast Bombi 5. I only recently tried this maybe 3 months ago, and very quickly I realized why it has such a cult following behind this. So prior to using this, I was very much a stickler for using oils during the winter time to lock in all of that moisture. But when I started using this is when I started to convert out of using an oil. It is quite heavy in dimethicone and zinc. So if you apply this over a moisturizer during the nighttime, it really truly locks in the moisture, and it doesn't feel sticky like an oil does. And that's why I really like this. And I feel like I've been slowly converting out of using oils to just using this. And if you needed proof for that, I already have a backup. If you're looking for something that can help you just retain the moisture overnight, maybe give this a go. And maybe another point here is that if you've heard of the term slugging, where you use Vaseline or something basically that's heavy in dimethicone to lock in the moisture, this is a great, more appealing alternative. Because if you, again, Vaseline, oils, they can be sticky. They're great, I love them, but they can be sticky and not quite cosmetically appealing. While this, it doesn't have that issue. One thing though I will say is that this does leave a white cast on your skin. It fades out very quickly on my skin, but I would imagine if you have a darker skin tone, that might be an issue. So I wouldn't use this during the daytime. I only reserve this for nighttime, but it definitely does the job. Okay, home stretch. We only have sunscreens left, and I have two sunscreens that I have been using lately. The first, of course, is the La Roche-Posay Anthelios UV Immune 400 SPF 50 plus. This is a great, reliable sunscreen if you're looking for one. If you're confused and if you're new to sunscreens, just go for La Roche-Posay. They have a wide variety of sunscreens that you can pick from, and this happens to be one of my favorites. This is a very thin lotion type texture that spreads very easily, and I would say it's fairly natural finish, so it really depends on what skincare you've used underneath. So it works really well for my oily combination skin. Just one thing to note with this, I will say, is that it can be a little bit gritty sometimes, but that's pretty much it. Apart from that, it's an excellent sunscreen. It spreads easily, it doesn't leave a white cast, ticks all the boxes for me. Another similar sunscreen is the Round Lab sunscreen in SPF 50. This is another lotion type sunscreen. I would say this is actually even lighter than the La Roche-Posay sunscreen that I just showed you guys. This just blends into the skin super easily. Again, no white cast, very natural finish, almost feels like nothing on the skin. And this one does not even feel gritty at any point. So another great option if you're looking for a new sunscreen. This wraps up all of the skincare that I've been enjoying lately. I hope this was helpful and I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, definitely like and subscribe and stick around for more videos like this. Let me know if you've used any of these and if you've enjoyed any of these, and if there are any products that are similar to these that you think I would enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.